and welcome or welcome back to my channel. It always seems like it's been so long because I gotta get better at this. I really do, but I will. So first of all, Happy New Year. Okay, we're gonna make some barbecue meatballs, homemade Crockpot. Okay, let's get into it. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. So this is all I'm gonna be using, minus the seasonings. I'm not showing the seasonings right now, but this one be using. So I'm using two pounds of ground beef. If you want to use more, you can do that, but I actually wanted the frozen meatballs at this time because I was really craving meatballs, like barbecue meatballs, but it was the holidays, so of course they were all gone. And anytime I am craving something, it's always sold out, like everybody thinking like me or something. It's crazy, but you know, I made it do what it do, and I had never did this before. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make my own meatballs because it seemed like it's easy. And then I'm going to throw them in the crock pot. So let's, yeah. So now I cut my onion up first. I just did like a half an onion. Now this bell pepper, I did a half of a bell pepper. But even though I did all this and you see me chopping it up like this, I put it in my cheese grater just to get it like a, kind of like a finer shred. Because I didn't want it like no chunked up. I didn't want no big chunks. Even though I diced it up, I didn't want no big chunks of bell pepper in my meatballs. So I just put it in my shredder. Or if you have a vegetable chopper, you can use that too. But I just wanted it real diced, real fine. I didn't want no big chunks of the bell peppers in my thing, okay? So then I chopped up my my fresh garlic, as you can see here. I put the onions and the garlic in with the bell peppers. That's the bell peppers after I got done with the cheese chopper that I put it in. I put it in a container and then I just put the onions in there and I'm put the garlic in there because I'm gonna be cooking that adding that together with you gonna see. Okay. So for the meatballs, add the 2 pounds of the ground beef. Okay. I started off with that. Then I went in with the onions, the pepper, and the garlic. Then I added a little bit of soy sauce, just a few squirts, some of the soul food seasoning, some of this adobo, the spicy adobo, because it got a little red pepper in it. And I added some Italian breadcrumbs as well as 1 egg. Okay. I probably could have did 2 eggs. I'm still gonna, I have to perfect this because even though they were fire, they were so good. Okay. Because I'm definitely making my own meatballs is going to become a staple. Okay. Because they was delicious. I had to get some to my coworker and everything because they were so fire. But these were delicious. I don't know. Next time I do it, I'm just going to, I always like to try some things differently until I get it to the consistency that I like. But we're just going to get it started. So I just rolled them in the balls. Okay. And as I get done with them, I am going to kind of in the midst of everything while I was rolling these balls, I had them in the freezer. So I was rolling them and I was I put them on the dish that I'm holding them on or whatever. But I did occasionally pop them in the freezer just to make sure that they didn't, I don't know what I thought was going to happen to them if I left them out, but I just I kind of kept putting the container in the freezer as I was doing this because it actually made quite a few meatballs. It made more meatballs than I thought, okay? Because I knew that 1 pound, one little roll of ground beef wasn't going to be enough. And even though it's pretty much just me, but I knew that wasn't going to be enough for what I wanted to do. So 2 pounds was enough. If you got a big party, you're gonna need more ground beef. If you got more family, more kids, anything like that, or not more kids, family, big families, all like that, you're gonna need more ground beef. But 2 pounds was enough if it's just you and your partner, or you in a relationship or anything like that. It's just y'all, perfect. Okay, or even if you don't even eat a lot, it's perfect. Okay, so I just rolled them. As you can do this as big or as small as you want because these are your meatballs. So I try to remember how big frozen meatballs are, and I tried to basically do it around that, but I couldn't. Yeah. So some of them end up being kind of bigger, but I still think I did a nice size. Okay. We don't want golf ball size meatballs, we definitely not doing that, but just bigger than you see. This was the perfect size to me. These was the perfect size. This is all of them rolled up. I got them on a baking dish. I use what you got. Okay, use what you got because it's going to suffice. Now, I put them, while my pan was heating up, I put that container in the freezer for a little bit. Not long, just for a little bit while my pan heated up. Now, I'm going to get a nice brown on these meatballs. I'm not cooking them fully. I am not cooking them fully in this pot, okay? I'm just getting a nice brown on them, a nice little, a char, if you will, So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to put them all in the pan and just get a nice little brown on kind of, I'll say both sides, but like kind of all sides. But you'll see as it cooks, you kind of going to see what I'm talking about, okay? Because I'm going to show you how one side, the side that I just put the meatballs on, I'm going to show you how that's looking. Because, listen, the smells was smelling, okay? It was so, I loved it. I love the smells of this. I love peppers and onion. Bell pepper, onion, and garlic cooked together is phenomenal, okay? It's phenomenal. I love it. I love it. But this, you see that? That's the brown I need. I want that on both sides. So I'm basically just going to flip them over. Like, as you see. I'm just going to flip them over like this. And we're going to get a nice brown on the other side, too. Okay? These was fire. Okay? These can also, because I made barbecue meatballs. But you can do marinara. You can do it with red sauce. Whatever meatball, like, whatever you see people using meatballs for. Because I know, personally, I only kind of like using them for like barbecue meatballs, but I've seen people do like the Swedish meatballs, okay, spaghetti and meatballs. Like, it's so many ways you can actually use meatballs, but this one is my favorite. Doing the barbecue way is my favorite, okay? I love that. I love it. I love it. Because I'm not big on meatballs in my spaghetti anyway. Like, when I make spaghetti, we just use regular ground beef, bell pepper, onion, and the pasta and the sauce. Like, I don't usually do meatballs, but one day, I might do it with meatballs. One day, just because I'm doing I'm making my own meatballs, and I've successfully made my own meatballs. Now I can go ahead and do the spaghetti meatballs. See how that is. So this is them cooking. Okay, we're not like I said, it's not cooking all the way through. I'm just gonna get a nice brown on both sides, and then I'm gonna throw them in the Crockpot. So this is how they looked. Okay, now while I waited for my Crockpot to heat up, I also put them in the freezer. Once again, I put them in the freezer just because I just wanted to make sure it was heated up, because I'm doing it on high. Okay, I hardly ever cook with my Crockpot on low until I'm turning it down on low or something like that. But I usually cook it on high, so I'm doing that on high. Okay, I did this I cooked it on high for like 2 to 3 hours tops, 2 to 3 hour tops, and they were done because they were already like almost done anyway before I put them in there. So I'm starting off with my favorite, the open pit thick and tangy, okay, whole bottle, okay, and we're gonna get every little bit of sauce out of that. So I put a little bit of water in it after I got all the sauce out. So right here, after I do that, that's the little water bit, that's a little bit of water, put that in there too, because we want all of that barbecue sauce out of that bottle, okay. Then I put a little bit of this Kraft brown sugar barbecue sauce, and that was good too, even though I'm going to put brown sugar in it anyway. So then I did, if I had to measure this, I'll say maybe a half cup. Okay. And this is my first time doing the chili sauce. Okay. I've seen somebody in the past say or just ask if I've ever tried it, and I never have. And I like chili sauce. So I was like, let me try it. Okay. Instead of doing the grape jelly, I did the chili sauce. This is going to be a new favorite. Okay, I do love the baby shower meatballs, the old-fashioned, barbecue sauce, brown sugar, grape jelly. I do love that. That's my favorite. Always will be. But barbecue sauce and chili sauce? Y'all did something with that one. I don't know who was the first. I don't know who started the trend. But I love it. I love it. I love that flavor. That flavor of the chili sauce and that barbecue sauce. Phenomenal. Okay? Phenomenal. Now for the chili sauce, y'all know I don't measure. I don't measure. I do what the ancestors tell me to do, and then I just go with that. But if you want to start off, I'll say maybe a half a cup of chili sauce. Okay? I'm an eyeballer. I can't do nothing about that. Like, that's just the person that I am. I'm a home cook, and I go with my gut. Okay? Because that's what you got to do. Go with your gut. But yeah. So just half a cup. Just start with a half cup with the chili sauce. It's fire though. It's fire. You could really put the whole bottle in there if you really wanted to. But start with half the bottle. Half the bottle will do it. That's basically what I did. Like half the bottle of that chili sauce with that barbecue sauce. Yeah. But this was fire. These were so good. I can't wait to make more. Okay. Listen, look at the inside. Look at the inside. Look at the inside. I couldn't get my hand to stop shaking, but look at the inside. Fire. Okay, these are a staple. Will be a staple. They were delicious. Okay, I can't wait to make more. But yes, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe always, because I'll be back. If you got suggestions, if you want me to make some, let me know. Just drop it down in the comments. The ingredients will be in the description box below. Okay? And yeah, Happy New Year!